Hello, I'm Cynthia Carlisle, Chief Meatloaf Maker and owner of The Meatloaf Bakery. And you might be wondering, where am I? Well, here is where it all got started. Not literally, but we are in my neighborhood grocery store. And when I was a little girl, my fondest memories were going with my mother to the local grocery store. And we'd walk through the produce lines, pick up peppers, beautiful colors. And my mother was an awesome cook. And being from a Mediterranean family, that's what we did. We would eat and we'd cook. And I'm not formally trained, but I learned at the hands of a master. And one of the lessons my mother taught me was not only should the food taste good, but presentation is just second to none. I just love to entertain. I love to cook. I don't like to follow recipes. And after 25 years of being in corporate America, I finally realized that for the second half of my life, I was going to try something different, and I was going to take a risk. And therein began the birth of The Meatloaf Bakery. And you might ask, why meatloaf? Well, meatloaf really does represent how I like to cook. Take many different types of ingredients, meats and chicken, seafood, combine them with vegetables, herbs, and seasonings, and see what comes out. When you think of meatloaf, it's not particularly pretty. So you then combine it with the beauty of a cupcake, complement it with a wonderful side dish on the top, and the next thing you know, you have just a really lovely lunch or dinner item. And it's so fun to watch people come in and get their reactions. Some people are like, oh my God, this is just crazy. Or, oh, this is genius. This is brilliant. This is weird. I get them all. And since opening, I've had such great media coverage. I've been featured in the Chicago Tribune for a Mother's Day special. MSN.com did a segment. The Hungry Hound, ABC TV, 190 North. Even Time Out Chicago focused on my wing and a prayer recipe and named it one of the best things they had eaten in 2009. That's half the fun of it, and the other half is creating the recipe. So right now we're going to go back into the kitchen and I'm going to show you how we make herby turkey loaf. One of the best things of the herby turkey loaf is our house-made cranberry sauce. So I'm going to show you what we do to make that. It's actually very, very simple, and I love doing things from scratch. This needs to be stirred continually so we can get the cranberries to soften and the craisins to work together and the orange juice to do its thing. We'll keep stirring and stirring, and we'll just make a wonderful, rich, ruby red cranberry sauce. We'll take an immersion blender and just whip it up quickly so it's nice and smooth, chill it, and it's a perfect complement to our herby turkey loaf. I'm going to show you how I make herby turkey loaf. This is a really fun recipe. Many of us eat turkey loaf in various places, and usually to me it's kind of boring. It just lacks flavor. So I decided to come up with one that I would like, and I actually adore turkey because it's lean and it's healthy, but it needs a little kick. Herby turkey is filled with some wonderful ingredients: carrots, celery, yellow and green bell peppers, Parmesan Reggiano cheese, eggs of course, condiments, fresh thyme, oregano, turkey, and for that extra kick, a little bit of cayenne pepper. Okay, the other thing that I'm just so fond of in just about every recipe is parsley. You just can't have enough parsley. Now, I'm very particular about my parsley. Everyone jokes with me, but parsley is a very important ingredient, but it has to be clean. So we triple wash it, we pull it off the stem. Now, this particular parsley has already been washed. We pull it off the stem like this. Most recipes, from my understanding, call for flat leaf parsley, but I tend to prefer curly parsley. Gotta have eggs. Eggs are very important in the mix. Wipe that up. I haven't quite mastered the one-handed egg cracking thing, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna whip it up a little bit. All right, I'm gonna put that in. The beauty of meatloaf. The beauty of meatloaf, in my mind, is you know, there's really not any particular order in which to do things. That's why I love it. You can just throw it all together, test your creativity, and the next thing you know, hopefully you've got a really yummy dish. I'm going to take these wet ingredients, see how colorful they are, and I'm going to put them into the turkey. This nice color, you can see the fresh green. We're just going to mix it, not too much, but enough to get it looking just blended, get those eggs worked through. Got to kind of work it. You don't want to manipulate it too much, but you do need to work it so it gets into the corners, like that. And then, once it's cooked and fully cool, we're going to crown it with homemade herby dressing, which I'm going to show you in a minute how we pull that off. And of course, we're going to eat it with our cranberry sauce after that. So in the oven it goes. The last stage in making herby turkey is to make the herby turkey dressing, which we crown the cupcakes as well as the full loaf with. So let me show you how we do that. I always find it funny. I grew up calling dressing. We had turkey and dressing. I'm from Ohio. I think in other states or cities they call it stuffing. So I had to get used to people referring to it as stuffing rather than dressing. Either way it's good. Take the breadcrumbs. We chill this. Once the cupcakes are chilled, we take the stuffing, we mound it in a little ball and plop it right onto a cupcake. And then we adorn each cupcake and or loaf with our dried cranberries. Here we have our final product, herby turkey loaf. Beautifully done, golden brown right out of the oven, topped with our dressing and crowned with dried cranberries. It smells good. I wonder how it tastes. Let's get a slice. See the nice color of all the carrots, the 2 different layers. Oh, it smells good. On it. Let's take a bite. The colors are gorgeous. I don't know what I like the best, the turkey loaf or the stuffing. They work so well together. One more bite. Oh, this is exciting. I'm Cynthia Kalisle, Chief Meatloaf Maker, and I hope whenever you're in Chicago, you'll stop by and have a slice of herby turkey loaf.